Yama is a Sanskrit term that translates to restraint or control. It is one of the foundational principles of yoga, specifically the ethical guidelines that govern our interactions with the world around us. Think of Yama as the moral compass guiding us toward a more meaningful existence. But it's not just about adhering to strict rules. It's about cultivating a lifestyle that fosters growth, compassion, and harmony within ourselves and with others. The first aspect of Yama is Ahimsa, or non-violence. At first glance, it might seem straightforward. Don't harm others. But when we dig deeper, we realize it's about so much more than physical violence. Ahimsa invites us to examine our thoughts, words, and actions. How often do we engage in self-criticism or harbor negative feelings toward others? These internal battles can be just as damaging as outward aggression. Embracing Ahimsa means treating ourselves with kindness and extending that compassion to everyone we encounter. Imagine the ripple effect of a world where everyone practiced non-violence, starting from within. Next up is Satya, or truthfulness. In a world filled with filters and facades, being honest can feel like a radical act. But Satya challenges us to be authentic in our lives. It's not just about telling the truth, it's about living our truth. This means aligning our actions with our values and being transparent in our relationships. When we embrace Satya, we cultivate trust and integrity, not just in ourselves, but also in our communities. Think about how liberating it feels to drop the masks we wear and show up as our true selves. It's a game changer. Then we have asteya, or non-stealing. This principle goes beyond the obvious act of taking something that doesn't belong to us. It encompasses a broader understanding of respect for others' time, energy, and resources. How often do we find ourselves in a rush, taking more than we need, whether it's time from others or emotional energy in relationships? Practicing asteya encourages us to be mindful of our impact on those around us. It's about fostering a sense of abundance rather than scarcity, realizing that there's enough for everyone. When we respect others' boundaries and contributions, we create a more harmonious environment for ourselves and those we interact with. Next on our journey through Yama is brahmacharya, often interpreted as celibacy or moderation. But let's expand that definition a bit. Brahmacharya is about the right use of energy. In our modern world, we are bombarded with distractions, social media, endless notifications, and the pressure to constantly be on. Practicing brahmacharya means being intentional with our energy, focusing on what truly nourishes us rather than depletes us. It's about finding balance, whether that's in our relationships, our work, or our personal time. When we harness our energy wisely, we create space for deeper connections and a more fulfilling life. Finally, we arrive at aparigraha, or non-attachment. This principle speaks to the heart of our struggles as human beings. We often cling to possessions, relationships, and even our identities. But what if we could let go? Aparigraha invites us to release our grip on the things that don't serve us. It's about recognizing that true contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances. Imagine walking through life with an open hand rather than a clenched fist. When we practice non-attachment, we free ourselves from the burdens of expectation and disappointment, allowing us to experience life more fully. So why is Yama essential for the spiritual seeker? Because it lays the groundwork for deeper exploration. When we cultivate these principles in our lives, we create a solid foundation for spiritual growth. It's like building a house. Without a strong base, everything else is at risk of crumbling. Yama helps us navigate the complexities of our existence with grace and integrity, allowing us to connect with our true selves and the universe around us. Incorporating Yama into our daily lives doesn't require grand gestures. It's about small, intentional changes. Start by reflecting on your thoughts and actions. Are they in alignment with the principles of Yama? Perhaps you could practice Ahimsa by being kinder to yourself today, or embrace Satya by speaking your truth in a conversation. These shifts may seem minor, but over time, they accumulate, transforming the way we experience life. As we embark on this spiritual journey, let's remember that Yama isn't a checklist to be completed, but a way of being. It's an invitation to live with intention, compassion, and authenticity. The path of a spiritual seeker is not always easy, but with Yama as our guide, we can navigate the twists and turns with a sense of purpose and clarity. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed or lost, take a moment to breathe and reflect on these principles. Embrace the journey of Yama and watch as it transforms not only your spiritual practice, but your entire life. After all, we're all in this together, seeking connection, understanding, and peace in a world that often feels chaotic. And with Yama as our compass, we can create a ripple effect of positivity and transformation that extends far beyond ourselves.